Vanessa, tell us a little bit about yourself and your background, why you chose to get into the PMU industry, permanent makeup industry.
Okay. So I really don't have much of a background. I was a stay-at-home mom, but I had a lot of passion for art and did a lot of things I like small, tedious work or things that were creative.
Uh-huh.
And when it got time to where I could enter the workforce again, I wanted something for myself that I could be passionate about.
Mm-hmm.
I love women. I love working with women. I've done a lot of mentoring with younger girls or moms groups over the years. And I knew when I wanted to get into something professionally that I wanted to try to marry the two things, the creativity and being able to help others. And
Mm-hmm.
um, it just kind of fell into my lap as something that would be a good fit. I had it brought to my attention a while back that it was something that a friend of mine thought I would be good at that owns a tattoo company, and they were looking to potentially bring me on. And I went home and tinkered with it and decided it was going to be a fit. It was going to be a good thing. And then I started looking for academies. When I got home, I went and ordered a kit off of Amazon, something silly, just to see
Mm-hmm.
if I could do it. And then I sent it to my friend that's the artist, and they said, I think you have a natural talent and you should really pursue this. So I did. And I was
So
fortunate
wait,
enough to
so you
find you.
had no background, no
Nothing. No,
history of cosmetology, esthetician, nothing. So you just jumped on into permanent makeup industry without any experience.
exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
That's awesome. That's really
I think
wonderful.
I think I can put a lot of it on great mentorship. You were a wonderful teacher. It's a great academy. I was very fortunate to find Bellviso. I did a lot of research. I put around and looked through many academies. I called them all. And when I spoke to your son on the phone, I just loved the way that he was warm, and I felt confident that when I came to this school, I was going to be cared for, that it was going to be something where it wasn't going to be, oh, here's the material, and then you're off on your own. I knew it was going to be a support system. I knew that there was going to be great encouragement and guidance, and I just really trusted the reviews. There's so many
Mhm.
great reviews, and it
Thank
was
you.
this perfect fit. So
Yeah,
very happy with
James,
it.
my son. Yeah, for those
Yeah.
of you who don't know James, my son, he's the program manager, actually the director of Bellviso Global. So um, he's really very knowledgeable and so passionate about helping our students. So, but when did you get trained, Vanessa?
Back in
When
January.
did you get trained? This year,
Back in
right?
January this year.
Not even
Yeah.
a year ago.
No,
Wow.
no,
So
hit the
almost a
ground
year.
running.
Uh-huh.
Pardon?
Wow. That was almost a year in January. So not even a year. You haven't even a year, and here you are. Tell us where you at now with this business
Um,
after you got trained.
I took my training in January, as I mentioned, um, and then just kind of ran with it immediately. I started pursuing opportunities to do work. I did some through your academy for a little bit, which was wonderful that that was an option. So that as soon as I got out, there was an opportunity to have a place to work out of. And I knew I wanted to work for myself, so I started looking into everything that was required through the state to open up into your own facility. I'm currently working out of Aubrey Salon in Riverview, and I love it here.
That's
It's a
a
wonderful
great
environment.
accomplishment. In
Yes,
short, what, 8, 9 months?
yeah.
That's a great accomplishment. So
Thank you.
what have you accomplished? Oh, you're welcome. I'm so proud of you. I can't even tell you. I'm so glad. Like, we have to go feature Vanessa for this month. And but how many clients have you done? When I went on your Instagram page, you just got so much work.
Oh goodness. Is that terrible that I don't keep track? I know their names and their faces and their stories, and I enjoy every minute that I get to be with everybody that comes to my table. But I'd say I've done a good number of clients, maybe 50, 60, if not more, in the past couple months. I did have to take a small break to take care of my kids. My daughter got sick. But that's the beauty of working for yourself and being able to manage your own time. You can take steps back to take care of the things you need to. And during that downtime, I was able to pursue other classes and other techniques in order to add to my repertoire at my little studio. So I do microblading, but I also am now certified to do lip blushing, and I've
Mhm.
had a few clients for that. And
Mhm.
I do saline tattoo removal as well. So just
Okay.
constantly adding. There's other services I've been looking into bring on as well. Just things to do and ways to give back if I can.
How,
However,
I mean, over 50 clients in short few months, and being a single mother and like not having a background in this industry, just starting from scratch, few days of training, like that is that is something else. That is, I'm in awe by you, by the person that you are, and your hard work, your diligent, keep pursuing and never giving up, and it's paying off. How do you say that? How would you say that to sum it up? Like, how did this change your life? This industry?
oh gosh, huge opportunity, but really it just boiled down to believing in myself and taking the steps and not giving up. It was not easy by any means. As you'd mentioned, single mom, I am. I did a lot of this so I could provide for my kids. I took the steps towards that part of my next chapter, and it's liberating to be able to say I can provide and I can do things for them, um, and be strong for them. They love watching me just grow with all of this. It's such an inspiration to them too. We'll sit at the table and they'll sit and microblade with me every once in a while too. Um, it's been so rewarding, but really it's having faith and believing in yourself and having so many amazing people cheering you along the way. I've had the great opportunity and blessing to have such a team,
Mm-hmm.
you yourself included, but all of those referrals and everything that kicked me off to start off was just so many people believing in what I was doing
Mm-hmm.
and believing in me and my talent. And that's a lot of trust. So it's
Mm-hmm.
very humbling to realize how many people out there. A big thank you to all of you who have
Oh,
just,
you're
you
welcome.
know,
We love
they
you.
they pushed me forward. Like, yeah, I had to drive and I didn't give up. It wasn't easy going through the state and doing all the paperwork and all of the things to get things going. But I had those people in the background just not letting me have those moments where you can get down or get into your head and you don't let go. You see something big and you just make it, you create it.
It's amazing how it can be so much of a life changing this industry. You're
Yeah.
getting your license, professional license, you're getting your facility license, you're getting your
Mhm.
certification. It's just a well set up business system with skill, with art, that you can do in such a short space of time. And what you've done, and so many other our students like Heather, Ashley, Desiree, it's just amazing to us. It's mind-boggling. That's why we wanted to do this program where we feature each artist, where they are in their journey and how long you've been in it and how it changed your life. So we just really appreciate that you sharing that. What would you say to somebody that's potentially watching this and considering and getting into this, but they might have that fear factor of, maybe I'm not good enough, I don't have artistic background, or anything that would stop them in fear, maybe I can't manage it, my career, my family, whatever. What would you say to a person that's
Oh,
watching this?
I know exactly what I would say because this really great woman told me once
Who is
the
that?
only thing stopping you is you standing in your own way. Just believe in yourself. And it's okay to be afraid. It's okay to take that and just use it. I will not for an instant say that I don't get, oh, I don't want to say fear, but I have a large amount of respect for what I get to do for people. This is self-care and you're a part of something so big. Anybody that's come to your table has wanted this or researched it, and it matters so much what you're getting to do for them. So giving it the respect, not necessarily fear, but giving it the respect it deserves to say, I'm going to do something great for you, and I'm going to put my heart into it because I care about what you're doing, what you're allowing me to do. It builds someone's confidence, and to know that you're going to be a part of that is something that should take that fear or that worry of what you're doing and turn it into something great. You should be able to find passion in the fear and let that fuel you, because it's okay to not know what the next step is. If you just keep going and trust yourself, you're going to make it through. I think it's very easy to pause or get flustered or to just simply stop. But if you set your goals and you just keep your eyes forward and you find great people to lean on along the way, good mentors and teachers, I think that's the biggest thing to keep you moving forward, because everybody's going to have those moments where you might trip a little. It's the people you put around you. It really is. You want that positivity. Be positive yourself, but put those positive people around you.
What about in terms of the technique? You know, like a lot of people would say, is 3 or 4 days of training enough? You know, what would you say to people like that?
So I definitely think the class was adequate. I approached it, but I remember James was quite impressed with the fact that I was already diving in before I even did the class. I wanted to learn what I could so I could absorb more while I was present in the class. But you're going to learn your fundamentals quite quickly. Yeah, you're an amazing teacher. The thing is that you just don't stop practicing after the class. I sit up
That's
at night and
practice makes perfection.
yeah, it does. I sit at my table all the time, my kitchen table, and I'm there doing browse at the table, sometimes with my kids. So the class is adequate. You can learn what you need to learn, but don't stop learning. Keep taking different classes, different lessons, keep practicing. It's an art, and it's something where you have to hone your skill. Find what you like to work with too. I know it took me a while to find the blades that I liked or the inks that I liked to work with.
Right.
All of that really mattered. But I feel like if anybody even went through my Instagram, you can see the progression. I think that's with any artist, really.
Yeah. Would you say that hands-on training is really important starting out?
Yeah.
What's your perspective on that?
Absolutely. The hands-on training is an absolute necessary, because you can read something, you can watch a video, but to have someone sit there and pull you into the whole, to what you're doing as a whole, and showing you this is proper depth. And you need that visualization, but you also need to have that tool in your hand. To me, I am a very hands-on learner, and I need to have an experience with something, and I would rather have that one-on-one with someone side by side and doing that together so that I can make sure I'm doing it right. I love that you would come by and check our mapping or, our depth and everything, and say, okay, this is where, you could improve here, or take a little pause here. Or you watch the room and the students. If we had a moment where we got a little flustered, you would see that from across the room and come in and say, this is where I see you can use improvements. I loved having what would it be? You kind of took time to do just a checklist with us and make sure we were meeting our marks. Like, those things are so important, because I can be in the moment. I'm present with my client. I'm present with who's in front of me and what I'm doing. But you're observing, and to be able to have someone come back and critique you, that's so important, because you're not going to learn everything. If you're completely focused in the moment, you're not going to learn all of the other things that are going on around you and be able to pick up on those and improve upon them. You could end up missing things, and that's something you don't want to do with this industry. You want to get everything kind of spot on.
Yeah, absolutely. I 100% agree. What would you give to an advice with somebody, like how would they choose an academy, even if they don't come to us, wherever they at? What would you say? Just a couple of things that they need to look for when choosing an academy.
Okay.
to get in the
So
permanent makeup industry?
the
Mm-hmm.
reviews were huge. Obviously, you want to see what other people's experiences were.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, for me, it was just actually getting kind of boots to the ground and making the phone calls. I wanted to speak to the people that would be teaching me to make sure
Mm-hmm.
that there was a connection there.
Mm-hmm.
Um, for me, learning is all about connection. You have to be able to communicate, and that can be a barrier. So I find that the best way to approach it is to simply make the phone calls and see what
Mm-hmm.
feels right, what feels comfortable. Make sure that obviously there's the reviews and that you can trust the work that you're going to learn, but
Mm-hmm.
you definitely want to make sure that you can communicate well so that you can absorb everything that you need to, because it is
Mm-hmm.
such a short time frame. So if you're having communication barriers with this person that's teaching you, or you're not able to receive them the way that you need to in order to gain all that you can, you're going to end up wasting your time.
Yeah, that's really good advice, and I'm sure a lot of people who are going to be watching this and those who joined us, they're going to really appreciate your input, because it can be a life-changing industry, but your foundation and your starts off you need to have the right foundation, and that comes from your a very well thought out, comprehensive plan that is executed for students to understand it, because it's a creative skill. So
Mhm.
I I think they will really appreciate your feedback. Thank you so much. But how do for anybody that's looking for your services now, you have an extensive services that you provide in, which is absolutely amazing. How would they get in touch with you? How would they find you, Vanessa? Where are you? Mm-hmm.
So, the best way to get in touch with me is through Instagram or Facebook. I have a page for both. I can add some links in here for them for Evelyn Microblading.
Yeah.
I also have a Square site that is linked for everything too, if you just simply research. But Google, I, I did it all.
That's awesome.
Everyone, just like you said, set them all up. Don't leave any stone unturned.
Oh,
So,
that's wonderful. You followed the marketing plan, huh?
absolutely.
That's awesome. That's really awesome. Um, but where is the name of your salon, and where are you located at?
I'm located out of Aubrey Beauty Salon. It's in Riverview, Michigan. That's downriver, just south of Detroit.
Mm-hmm.
And the name of my studio is Evelyn Microblading.
Mm-hmm.
You can look up Aubrey Salon, or you can look up me individually. I have my own site on Google to direct anybody that would like to find me and some more photos or information or contact information. It's pretty easy to search and find.
Well, we are also going to be featuring you on our Instagram, so we will have it on the grid, all her work, where she's at, where her salon, and all the information. So that would be featured. I think it would be posted up either later on today or tomorrow, I believe. So
Thank
I know
you.
you have to go, and I know you have a client waiting on you. By the way, how much do you charge
Currently, I'm
for brows?
doing for a brow service. I do 400 for a brow service. That includes your initial touch up at 8 weeks. And
Mm-hmm.
my lip services, I charge 500 for lip service, and that also includes a secondary touch up.
So when you're talking about lip services, you're talking about lip blush or
Mhm.
ombre lip tattooing.
Yes, yes.
Okay, so I just for those who not familiar with that, so that is lip service is really the lip blushing, in which is a tattoo. It's very popular nowadays because of
Mhm.
everybody have to wear masks. People are tired of getting their lipstick smudged. So I'm so glad that you are able to offer that service as well.
Thank you. Yes, I really do enjoy learning new techniques, but just the more you can do, I think it's important to make yourself versatile. It's a big industry. There's a lot of people in it, so the more you can stand out.
Yeah, it's a big industry. It's still really growing industry.
Mhm.
I it's nowhere really saturated. So it's so much potential for everybody. It's what you want is what you can make out of it, and you really honed this and you went for it. You were diligent and you stayed consistent. Consistency and practice is the key. So
Yes.
with that, Vanessa, with that, everybody, I'm going to let everybody go. And Vanessa has to go and do her client. And I really appreciate you. I love you. We are so proud of you. Just know
Thank you.
that I'm so proud of you. I
Wow.
can't even
I
tell you.
appreciate you. You've definitely been a blessing. Thank you so much for all the encouragement and the support.
Are you welcome? You're welcome. Thank you for choosing us. Thank you for choosing Bellviso Global. And I let you go, my sweet. Mwah.